So my
What's up?
fantasy graph isn't working, but we'll hope that.
I had to cancel and hit start again like 3 or 4 times before it finally picked up and updated the books.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not even. As soon as I bring it up and run my mouse over it, it freezes.
Huh.
As soon as I bring it up now.
Hey Jody, I've never seen a bottle.
I thought I was buying glass bottles.
So is
I
it
was
actually like plastic?
No, it's an aluminum can.
Oh, it's a can. Really? I have to look
Yes.
closer at that because that's an
But it has the big-
interesting.
It has the big mouth on it, so it's pretty handy.
It does make it easier to drink and as a piss can.
This is true. This is all known facts.
But you know the Coors Banquet is that's my my beer of choice. I always keep it on hand. I just think it's like a perfect all around.
You're not wrong.
I don't think I've ever had one.
It's have you ever had it's completely different than a Coors Light. Coors Light is just like
Yeah, I don't like Coors Light. Yeah.
but
Never
it really
seen
has
this.
a nice flavor. It's still pretty mild, but it's got a nice flavor to it.
Coors Banquet?
Yes. Yeah. It's not hoppy. It's not too hoppy. I don't like a hoppy beer, but
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Coors Banquet. I should say a big fan. I mean, if I'm going to drink, cheaper, that's a good one.
I can't get Lone Star, or I'd be drinking Lone Star. That's the beer I grew up drinking when I was a wee little lad.
When I was 6.
Well, now funny you say that. When my dad and my uncles would get together when we were like go on family vacations to Texas, they would always buy like 8 cases of Lone Star and they'd sit outside and just drink themselves silly. But my dad would always, and on the way back, he'd say, "Listen," and on the way back, I'd open it and you could hear that, and they'd all just laugh because I would open it and then take a drink before I handed it to him.
Well, sure.
You know how hard it is for a 7 or 8-year-old to pull the tab completely off?
That was back when the tabs came all the way off.
Yeah.
I don't quite good classic old Milwaukee.
Oh, whoa,
Old
whoa,
Mill
whoa,
Long
whoa,
Necks?
Milwaukee beer.
Oh
Yeah.
no, just shitty cans of 30 case of old Milwaukee.
Yeah, we too. You know, when you're an alcoholic,
Oh,
you
man.
buy what's cheap.
Oh man, I always had Strohs and Lowenbrow.
That's too highfalutin.
I wish they still make. So I have this
Schlitz malt liquor.
Schlitz
Gross.
beer tap
Malt liquor
for a
Ugh.
shifter that I used to have in my tea bucket. Golden lady, like the whole thing was gold. And she was sitting on the globe. It said Schlitz in red around the globe. It's pretty sweet. So
Schlitz could have sidelined in those lamps. I really like those Pizza Hut lamps.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Get you a 45, a Colt 45.
Speaking of lamps, where I fucked up, I have to live with this the rest of my life. I found a deal on the Facebook.
Another 60 so years, right?
Yeah. Oh shit! If I'm making 35, I'm flying. But it was KFC bucket lamps. It was like from the restaurant. It was like the chicken bucket outside lamps. And I didn't go get them in Cincinnati, and I have to live with myself for that.
Well, you blew it.
I bet there's an aftermarket.
I think the ability to have a meeting after tonight's game of whether to kick Joe Bob out or not.
I mean, I can just like look out my back window right here now as I'm sitting out. Man, that would look great right there, right on our back porch.
Yeah.
My life's been a living hell ever since.
It wasn't the
And
first
you're taking
time.
it out on us.
it won't be the last time that you fucked up.
Sad but true.
They're still out there, Joe. They're still out there.
You can find them on eBay, I'm sure.
I never thought about looking there.
He's been
How about
Maybe
court
maybe
days?
Facebook Marketplace.
living this tormented life for all these years.
All I
Never
had-
thought about
and-
Googling
Hey,
it.
eBay?
If you had asked me all this time that you've been suffering, I would have told you eBay. And then
You need to go to court. One there. I'll be
That's
surprised.
I'm into that.
what's the thing that Matt Jones is always talking about? There's some Kentucky town that does has like a swap radio show where people
Oh,
will
yeah.
call in and say, "Yeah, I got a washer and I'll give
Oh
away
yeah,
for
dude, it's awesome. I'm
for-
trying to think where it's from,
for
but
2 bales of hay."
It's in Hazard.
yeah, Dad used to listen to it all the time.
And then then the guy would
Scarlett
come
had
in.
to listen to
The
it.
guy with the hay would call in. "Yeah, I'll take that washer and dryer. I got 2 bales of hay."
Yep.
Can't remember what it's
that's,
called though. It's got a great name.
I found
Scarlet
these.
knows.
They're pretty sweet, but they're not on the side of a wall. But I just gotta send them. These would look nice hanging in our kitchen. Oh shit, that's a picture of a wheel.
He's got some rims.
Oh, I have plenty of wheels.
All right, are we? Is everybody here?
Here.
Come here. Come
Yep.
here.
Present.
So,
I think so.
Are we present
CJ,
and
you
or
good?
accounted for?
yep.
Okay. So we've had a hell of a situation the last couple weeks. A lot. Party is in shall we say, a bit of a dysfunction at the moment. And I thought about prepping today for where we might end up and where we might go. And I just quit because I have no idea what's going to play out here over the next little bit with all of the revelations and whatnot going on. So, as a quick recap, you guys have been fighting amongst yourselves. Jide has been chasing Stella from one end of the tower to the other and one floor to the other. She's been down and out, only to be brought back up. Rathskeller is hiding over here behind crates, and Edward Jide is still in a it's not even called. I'm not going to call it a rage. He is still in a berserker fit. He has no idea, no control over himself. And I believe one of the last things that happened is Rathskeller did send Jide a message telling him enough is enough, or something along those lines, and he's good.
Telepathically,
Everything's cool.
yeah. Stand down. Stand
And-
down.
I have corrected the journal to reflect that was telepathically. I did not realize that.
Stand down.
Can
Mr.
you,
Judge.
if you have to telepathically do stuff, do you want to either whisper message him or text or something? I don't know how much we want to know about, stuff.
I mean, we can. I mean, the first time I talked to Stella, I was going to do that down there, but then we thought that it might be better if you guys just heard it.
Okay. Cool.
So,
No
but
problem.
just
trouble, separating what
yeah.
you guys know versus what your characters know, and you feel like you'd be better off not knowing stuff, we can certainly adjust.
Yeah, because I think
it's kind of
Jide,
fun.
yeah, and that Stella had killed her mom, but she did that away from everyone as well. So he didn't know that.
No, Jide killed her.
No,
Jide
Jide
killed
killed her, but then she was in her death saves, and she went over, killed her in her, did the fine. I thought I saw it, but
If I did, I'm so good I don't even remember it. It's a mystery to myself.
yeah. So we don't know she killed her coup de grace her mom. We don't know that she killed Oglethorpe for sure.
Bob, All I know on a completely different note, and sorry to break from this, but if you don't buy those Kentucky Fried Chicken lights, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Man, those are way more expensive when I saw them the first time.
But they're worth
What?
it.
Well,
They were
they've
like
appreciated.
it was like $150 for the pair when I saw them. Facebook Marketplace. I told you, Jared, I have to live with this the rest of my life.
Vintage 1969 Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant lights.
Oh wow.
Those ones
There's
are
a lot of them
amazing.
out there. I've been browsing since it came up, and there's a lot of them out there. And you can get. I don't know if it's going to be as good. You can get something for the $200 price range.
I mean, it was a pair. It was a pair for $150, and they were like,
Well,
You know who
that's
needs to see
just
those?
stupid.
yeah, those are like kendo lights there. Yeah, the one I found with wall mounts, and they were like perfect for Outback.
I bet Big wouldn't know what he was buying.
God, that would involve me actually trying to have a conversation with him, which I have been avoiding.
All right. So the wolves have seemingly departed since you guys locked yourselves in back in the tower. We've got a little wall kind of built around Stella with Acklet, Raylan, and y'all all kind of protecting. I'm not sure what Salim's doing. That's just where he was. And we've got, I guess, the Shadow. Are you above somewhere? Where are you,
No,
Shadow?
I am standing between Jide and Stella theoretically, although in this and per the map, it's actually Rayland is between us. But I was down there
Oh, okay. I see now.
trying
You're
to
underneath that.
trying to
Okay.
prevent Jide from killing Stella
Okay.
as they
So,
were resuscitating her.
so that moment, Stella is still got her guys prone. I believe that's accurate as they've brought her back. Um, I think for the time being, at least, just to make it simpler and easier, because I know. So, Shadow, you are up.
All right. Shadow is he's gone down here from the lift and he's put himself between Stella and he has said several things to him along the way, trying to talk him down from attacking, but it hasn't worked. He's shot an arrow at him. So basically, I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to stand here, and if it looks like he's going to come at Stella, he's going to hit him with his maul. And if it looks like he's not going to be aggressive, then he will just stand defensively.
All right.
Now, I have a question
Yes.
because I'm not very experienced. I'm holding an action, and normally I get to swing twice for my action. Is that true if I'm holding an action, or is it not true?
Well, that is true. You would get both attacks. That's because you're holding one action.
Okay.
All right, Edward Judd.
Flashback. Okay. And I was going to write all this down today and had girls, and I have not written it down. So this is all one off.
This is the weirdest flashback I've ever heard for D&D.
Yes. This is all off the cuff right here.
Guy, that's some weird shit going on.
Yeah, it's going to get real weird.
Clean.
All right. You see, you see this little boy, frail little boy, playing around just in the streets, this little kid. And you get just all of a sudden cuts. Bullies beating him up, and you see him just start talking to himself like an imaginary friend. Go on forward, goes through school, you see merits, he's accomplished all this stuff in flashbacks. Cuts again, you see him with a woman, in love, courting, through these years.
Tumbleweed.
Now this is getting crazy here.
Down,
now.
Malou.
I mean,
Flash again.
this is not
No,
believable now.
Alma Parker. It's the Mr. Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Then you see one day he is in his studies, this laboratory or office and stuff, and she gets up and leaves, and you see it's very torn. You see him back again to his laboratory, just disheveled, just mess, drunk, and you see him collapse. Cut next, you see newspaper clippings. 4 women dead, suspect on the loose. Cut scene again, you see him just boarding a ship in the rain, cloaked, just over top of his head. Gets on the boat, leaves. Cut scene again, you see him in his lab, just trying to take and find a cure, or not cure, but just working his ass off, notes and notes and notes and potions and everything, just throwing stuff
Bunsen
together.
burners galore.
Yes. And
Spiral tubes.
then cut scene to present. You see him just stop dead in his tracks. Voice in his head. And you see him just look around, snarl, just eyes whited out. You can't see nothing through his sunglasses. You can see a pupil one through them thick dark lenses. But as he looks around, you see the pupil slowly come this back and glaring through. It's only there's actually see an eyeball in there now. And you can see him kind of just come. He's not near as tense. And I'm going to mark his rage ending. But Strahd.
What?
A non-raging Mr. Judd.
A non-raging Mr. Strahd.
Wow.
He don't say a word. You just see him just kind of like a deep breath. And that's where that's it. He's waiting his turn of that.
Wow. Bravo, man. That was awesome.
Nice.
I really had big.
It worked just good the way it did.
Yep.
It was awesome,
job,
man.
Jeff.
Rathskeller sees us. He's kind of like leaning over that crate, just trying to hold himself up. He's got his hand over his heart hole where that rapier went through, and he's just looking at Jad, and he's just smiling from ear to ear.
Fuck. One person manipulating the team to another. Fuck.
Ackles.
Ickless is spear. But he's going to say, Jide, where is Heckle? He's going to see Jide kind of slow his breathing. Makes him feel very cautious here. He doesn't know what the hell is going on with this. Where is Heckle, Jide?
And you just see a smirk come off one corner of his mouth. Don't say a word, just a smirk.
Why did you attack Stella, Mr. Jide?
Oh, that wasn't me in control that time. The little man's the real scary one.
Anything else?
This is getting heavy.
Holding a spear action.
Okay. And trigger is what?
If anyone particularly suspicious of Jide and he saw Salim's hesitation. If you'll remember last time, he told Salim to be the paladin he ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a little suspicious of the two of them. Jide for obvious reasons, Salim for less obvious reasons.
Is this curtain still
So
between
either,
us? Is it like thrown back or what's?
I think it's thrown back at
Okay.
this point.
I assumed it was thrown back. I mean, we've been going in and out of it an awful lot. We practically torn the thing down, I think.
We're not very good house guests.
So anybody making a move toward that appears violent toward Stella.
Okay.
Well, if he's looking at me, he's Salim behind him.
I mean, I would assume he's looking like kind of on a swivel, you know.
Yeah, he's kind of
no facing.
Yeah, he would be like facing back and forth between the two of you.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Salim, we have lost your picture on the combat tracker.
I see him.
No,
No,
interesting.
combat tracker.
No, just picture.
Combat tracker.
Yeah, I
see
lost
my
my
top.
token on the combat tracker.
I will attempt.
Salim standing there, looking from Aklis to Raylan to Stella, and you see he's holding the wooden haft of trimmer, and his knuckles are just white. He is gripping it. He's just gripping it really hard, and it's keeps looking from person to person, and finally, it's just like he's building up. It's shaking. It's just shaking, and just when you think he might actually perform some violent act, he turns out the door and just launches Trimmer out into the yard. And he is going to. He's just going to move out away from everybody. That's his turn.
All right. Guess I need to take Calamus off the combat tracker. That's kind
It is sad. He was a good feather.
Reverend.
I would say that I hope that we have calmed down our tempers a little bit. Whatever her crimes may be, we can discuss it and handle however we feel we need to. And I would like to try to help her up.
Okay.
And kind of, I guess I'll wait to use my movement, hold my movement action to move with her.
Yeah, you can't hold a movement. So.
Okay.
And if you want to like pick her up and carry her outside, we could do that.
He only has a strength of 8.
Okay. Maybe.
I could pass the roll. I mean, it's possible, but yeah. I mean, I guess I'll help her up from prone and try to at least carry, like, have her over my shoulder and pull and bring her outside.
Okay. Stella, do you resist this at all?
Yeah, I don't think she wants to go outside.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
guess
you just
I
want to say no, and then you just stop, or
The fuck is going on?
None of us
do you
know.
still want to? Do you want to just let her be and still go outside, or you just want to let her be and stand
Sure. No. Yeah, I'll just let her be and stand there then.
there? Okay. Stella.
Okay, so Raylan's helped her up, correct?
Yep.
So she's standing.
Okay.
Okay. She's just looking around. She looks past Aklis at Raskeller and she starts talking. She looks at the blood and then she looks back at him. Into my head, you think it's okay to climb, but my private thoughts should only be mine. She looks over at Jide. 7 lives left at last count. The deaths of Stella continue to mount. And she, in the beginning, questions for me you did not dare. Instead, you did, and still now judge me without care. And then she's just going to kind of lean onto Sunshine and look at everybody and say, you do not know. I simply say to you, now on with the show. And she's just going to kind of
Now I
lose
run the
energy at that
show.
point. No,
Now
on
I
with
run
the
the
show.
show.
No,
I'm
now
what?
on with the
On
on
with
with
the
the show.
On with the show. Okay.
And she's just
I
going to
was like,
kind of
damn.
lean into Rayland, and that's going to take pretty much all of her energy, and that's going to be her turn.
Okay. Rathskeller.
Okay. All of a sudden, you look over and Rathskeller's kind of like hunched up against, half dead, with a big hole in his chest. I mean, it's been healed, but there's a hole in his like tunic or whatever, his armor, where the rapier went, and it's all bloody, and there's blood coming out his mouth, and he's just got this sickening smile on his face, and you just hear this slow clap. He goes, "Congratulations." You can hear him say this. "You all sound like a bunch of hens cackling, fighting over a place to lay your little egg. Barovia is your hen house. In it. It is not me. It is not Jade. It is not Stella. And Strahd can't be reasoned with. He is not civil. That dinner he took you to, into Ravenloft, into the castle, that was not being civil. He was toying with you. He is the fox, and you are the hens. He is as cunning as a beast," and he points at Jide. "And he stalks you like a wild tiger," and he points at Stella. "And he is cunning and as charming as a snake." And he just smiles. "To defeat him, we can't be civil. Fight fire with fire, and so far I've only seen 2 of you with the gumption to defeat Strahd in this place. I say if we're going to defeat Strahd, we must all be savage beasts." That's his turn.
You say that all staying while you're like you're still
Yep.
crouched down behind the thing.
He's just kind of like leaning up against the wall, half dead, with
Okay.
his.
So you're somewhat behind cover. Okay.
I'm behind, like he's just kind of using that crate in the wall to just hold himself up, kind of thing. He's not really
Okay.
trying to be under. Is behind that crate, and he's kind of slouched down, using both of those to kind of hold himself up.
Okay.
And he
That
said it
is-
all in 6 seconds, so it sounded like really, really fast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Are we? I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we're
said
gonna,
it in 6
I'm
seconds.
just joking
we're
around.
gonna take
I'm
it out.
just joking around.
And is there anybody going to do anything other than hold actions and pontificate?
I'm gonna go outside. Stepping outside.
Fireball. No, I'm joking.
Jide's walking over here, propping up against the box, and just having him a drink or two.
Yeah, y'all's just gonna walk
Out
outside.
of that goblet that mysteriously disappeared, or mysteriously appeared. Is that what he's drinking out of?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, so you go outside.
I can't grab the spirit guardians, but I'm just there just in case. He's looking around frantically for all the wolves that were here just a second ago, with their words kind of ringing in his head, trying to decipher what it all means, and then that's frantically.
You hear in the distance a howl. Oh, oh, oh. And
Is there
quiet.
Yeah, he's just frantic looking. Is there any way I can tell which way it came from, maybe? Because they all disappeared pretty quickly.
Oh, it's over a hill to the south.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything at the moment? We're out of initiative order, and I'll let you guys.
Real quick too. You guys. Raskaller is over there, and he's got his burlap sack really close to him, and he's like,
I
it's
wasn't
not
so
over
sure
his.
they'd be able to see that.
Oh, they maybe not. I don't
Since
know,
you're
but
back
I've
there
been.
behind those
Yeah.
crates.
Yep.
Okay.
Stella's still grasping Calamus, the feather, and she's going to look at Rayland, and she's going to hold it out and ask Rayland, will you fix him? Will you make him pretty? And she wants him to run his little magic brush over Calamus's feather to clean it up.
Stella's fucking awesome. God damn, man.
Rayland?
Of course. I'll do the same to Oglethorpe whenever I'm done with Calamus.
Okay, so you get Calamus all pristine and pretty.
Do you have to go out to do that though?
Free. Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least outside the
I'll
curtain
leave
there.
her out while we're
Yeah.
doing that.
Where
Yep. Okay. Anybody else have anything you want to do?
I'm going to just take a long, hard look at Oglethorpe's neck and cause of death.
Give me a medicine check. He's got a big hole in his.
You can barely tell it's a slash.
You're not.
He's
sure.
breathing.
Not you, however, are not sure if that is the cause of death.
He's totally breathing.
That we're not in combat anymore. The shadow is just back to being consumed with, why is Oglethorpe dead? What are the events? And, presumably the murderer is among us. And, suspect number one in his mind would still be Rathskeller.
Okay.
Jide will go over to Raskeller while everybody's doing their thing. Oh, I see they still kept you around after all, eh?
Yes. I don't know why they brought me back, but I'm glad that they did. I have to say, extraordinary. He's like breathing hard because he can, he's just, he's lost so much blood and everything. He's on there and he's like, yes, you cannot judge a book by its cover, like I said earlier. But you surpassed all of my expectations.
Oh, I've never been one to do. Me and you, I figured I'm winning else right now. We can work together here. You can call us. We can make ourselves the mega powers.
I do the Adam. But the only way this will work is for you to work for me.
I'm not one to play Robin to anyone's Batman around here,
Well, I think I can make you an offer that you cannot refuse.
Jide, give me a perception check real quick.
All right.
Looking him up and down, looking Rathskeller up and down, and you heard him mention that burlap sack that he's got tied around his belt. And you most assuredly see it. Something is in that burlap that is alive and moving.
It's a big sack. It's on his back, but he was just kind of carrying around because he took it off. Yeah, it's all right. It's a pretty big sack. Do I see him looking at it?
Yeah, I think you would notice him as he's talking to you. Well, no, he's got his glasses on. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Give me just a second. Yeah, perception is not my best. Add 1 to this. I don't have it set up yet. Nah, that's terrible. 7.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily pick up on it. You're more focused. Just the specimen that is Jide.
Yeah, he looks excited. The closer you get to him, almost the happier he gets. He's not afraid of you one bit. He is very excited that you are here. There's no fear, just pure excitement, and he likes what he sees. He likes your performance.
Jide's gonna give a nod back to the, pointing towards his bag. He goes, "Last guy I know carried a bag like that and a big old snake in it."
Okay, when you say this, his smile just drops, and he has a look of, this is the first time you've ever seen a look of fear on his face.
And would Jide instantly pick this up?
He couldn't hide it. He couldn't hide it. No, he couldn't hide it. He was just taken aback by that statement.
And he's gonna see this look of fear. He's just gonna give a little grin. He goes, and he just walks away.
Oh.
Jai just looks at him. Now he's not as cocky as he once was after that little exchange.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do I need to do an intimidation check? But if I don't need to, then
I think you got him.
Yeah, he knows now that you've got something on him. So
Okay. Or suggest, or what do you want to do as a party? I mean,
And biggest thing, Jide has not even looked Stella's way since this has happened. He hasn't even paid attention to her. Don't even like. She just is gone.
to walk away in his mind, he was going to say, "Jade, I'm going to need you to play nice with Stella. I need her as well. Bygones be bygones."
Salim is.
Walk her under the
Oh, I'm sorry.
bridge.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Um,
That was in your
Salim
mind, though.
standing there with his back towards the rest of the party, and suddenly he turns around and he stomps back up the steps. Um, he he looks at Raylan. Reverend, I'm. And you see just his face is like white. Um, his normal like tanned uh, complexion is he's just white, and he turns and walks back out and over to the side here.
But of course, then I kind of like since Stella was leaning against me, I kind of pass her on to Ackles and kind of see if he'll wanna, and I'll go see what he wants. I'll be back.
When he sees Raylan come down the steps, he just falls heavily to the ground, leaning up against this cart, and he looks up at Raylan. You must tell me. Do you still feel the touch of Saloon in this place?
Soon, yes,
Oh,
very
soon.
much so.
Sorry. Do you really?
Yes.
Is it just a figment of imagination, or is she here with you?
As far as I can tell, when I am outside of that magic, I feel her warmth always flowing through me. That's how I heal. I can only ever because I see I absorb the beauty in those around.
You you have to help me. You have to help me, Raylan. Ever since
Of
we've
course.
been here, I have not felt Mialiki's presence at all. I fear that I have displeased her so that she has just left me forever.
Oh, well, I cannot say that I know her ways and what she asks of you. But uh, do you say you have a tenets to your faith? Have you been sticking to them? That's kind of one of those things that I know is the bond that you have to. You have been a little angry. This place is awful, but when I first remember seeing you, at least.
Yes, yes, I must remember my tenants. I must remember them. I don't even know how to start anymore. I don't know how to start morning prayer. I don't know how to work the vespers. I don't. Could you help me?
I will help in any way I can. But of course, like
Maybe
sometimes those. Go ahead.
maybe soon would have me. But I cannot live like this anymore, where I hate everything and I distrust everyone. My heart breaks every moment of every day. And I just can't live like that anymore.
I do understand your pain. Every instance of our time here has been fraught with peril and death and loss, and it has gotten me very close to the brink as well, my friend. I have almost broken, many times. But seeing you friends, even, we don't know each other very well, and seemingly sometimes can't even trust each other. But it is one of those things that my tenant is life and beauty, and I will continuously put my life on the line for yours and these others to try to bring them back to know justice and know to get away of the darkness that is, how do you say, thriving here. We can only strive to do our best. So, justice for those who need it. I
Salim
know
suddenly
that.
lurches forward, up on his knees, and he grabs the front of your robes. Will will you pray with me? Will you pray with me, Raylan? Will you teach me
Sure,
how to pray again?
absolutely. Get down on knees with him and kind of hands clasped together and everything, and I'll just kind of go through a prayer to soon, like noticing the beauty around you, taking it in, finding the beauty in the smallest of details, the life that it flourishes around. Even in this dark place, we see strong forests, and uh, though the will to live is beaten down here, we even see it in the people and striving to make do with what they have in this hellscape. Um, and life is for the living. We have to make sure that we are doing all we can to strive to push through.
Salim stays. His head falls forward, and his hands are still grasping the front of your robes. And in the dust underneath him, you just see tears falling from his face, making little dust boats as they hit the ground.
It will be
Finally,
okay,
his
my friend.
finally his hands drop down, and he just rocks back against the wagon, and he grabs his knees and just pulls his knees up to his chest. Thank you. Thank you, Raylan. I don't feel like it I don't feel it yet, but hopefully with your guidance, if you would allow me to pray with you in the mornings or whenever you pray to soon, you would include me.
But of course.
Thank you. Thank you. And
As you stay, go ahead, go ahead.
he just rocks. He's got his knees pulled up to his chest, and he just rocks back and forth. Thank you. His eyes are just closed, and he just keeps saying thank you over and over again.
As you close your eyes, and Raylan sits there with his hand on your shoulder, with you, praying over you. You hear a voice in your head. My boy, you do not need such silly gods as those. Come, my boy. Yes, for you are my boy. Seek me out in bed. And it goes silent.
His face looks up at Raylan, the tears running the dust, making runnels of dust on his cheeks. And did you hear that? Did you hear? It's after me. I saw her face
Who?
in a dream, and now I hear her voice.
Who is
You,
this?
I don't know. I don't know, but she has started coming to me of late, and I want to go
Pretty
to the
or is she ugly?
darkness. I don't want to go to the darkness.
I will try to share whatever light that I can shed on you and with you. I won't let you. I will try to strive to keep all of us from the darkness and from Strahd. from Strahd's.
Yes. Show me the light. Show me the light.
Y'all's gonna walk up, just kind of like still not taking his eyes off the woods or anything. He's gonna kind of reach down and put a hand on Salim's shoulder. Shh, we'll be okay. But for now, the wolves still listen. It's the nature of the beast for wolves to go after a wounded deer. For now, let's keep some strength.
Yes, y'all, they seem to be interested in you. I know that we have a lot to go over here first, but you know, Salim, just how you feel now with broken and separated from your previous god. I know that I need to have your open-mindedness for Stella as well, because we do not know the things that she was put through when she was growing up. Yes, she may have committed a heinous act, but we don't know what drove her to do it. If she, still felt that Victor was taking him over, and he did, do some damage to her and such. So we just need to have as much of an open mind as possible when we are going forward.
I don't feel like I could judge anyone right now. And he's gonna stand up and he's gonna walk over and retrieve trimmer from where he threw it out the door. And he turns after he picks it up. He turns. I know that my spirit is weak, but my shield is strong. I will protect this party.
Yes, my friends, we must stick together. We must definitely stick together.
Strahd's goal is to separate us. There's strength in unity.
We must try to be of one mind. I know we are very different sort, but we have to be able to, like this, us three and others, come together and just discuss and make sure we are doing what is best to end Strahd's madness.
Strahd must die. Strahd must die.
That is one death that I can live with because he is an undead foul thing, and that is okay with me. That's not technically life. If I could bring him back to life, maybe that would do something for his disposition, but I just do not know.
Aklis, Stella. It's happening in the vestibule of the tower.
Aklis would attempt at least to comfort Stella, to pull her into him, to let her rest against him, if she will allow it. I know things have taken a different turn there.
She'll allow it. She's just cradling Calamus and kind of trying to clean herself from the blood and not really paying attention anymore to anything else that's going around. She's really just kind of playing like a cat with the feather.
Aklis believes that she's still bothered, and he will kind of like stroke her hair a little bit, comfort her. They will come to trust you in time. These foul accusations. What's that?
Nothing. Sorry.
We all scoffed under our breaths.
These foul accusations they lay against you, they will cease, and they will see your value. Come to care for you as they should.
She's gonna nuzzle her head up under his arm, and she's just gonna kind of start to purr.
Shadow, Judd, and Rathskeller. You guys are the three of you. The three of you are in the tower proper.
I'm just kind of taking all this in. I don't know what to make of the fact that, whereas, just a few seconds ago, people were at each other's throats, and now all of a sudden they're not for no apparent reason. I'm standing over Oglethorpe's body. You know, I did my medicine check and got nothing for it. Keeping an eye on Rathskeller all the time, but also Jide, because I was just literally in combat with him.
And he don't even mention to you. He just, it's like, he's just popped over here. He's just sitting on a box by himself, just swinging his legs, just looking around at everybody. Just,
I would like to go in.
Well,
and
hold on.
say, oh, sorry.
Weren't we
Yeah,
getting our turn
it's
in
okay.
here?
Yep.
Yeah. Rathskeller. He can see Stella, right? From where he's at.
Mhm.
All right. He's going to enter her mind again. He's gonna say,
And no save, right? You're just
no,
you
no,
phase
just
that down.
talking. I'm just talking. Yeah. And he says, Stella, my dear, I told you he'd be. I didn't expect it to be this soon, but shit happens. And he says, what am I don't have any of this shit written down, so I'm trying to think of what he should say. Oh, he says, don't worry. I cannot read your mind and he looks all in this place. But have no fear. After your display, against me, no less, I will never violate you in that way again. He like points to his chest, like covering his heart, like he's promising her. And he's like, you're more valuable than you know, Stella. They treat you like they don't respect you. That dragonborn you're nothing up to coddles you like a baby. The red-eyed one, he just wants you for pleasure. But you are worth so much more than that. After what you did to me, which I hold no. In fact, I was impressed. But your cunning, your conniving, your savagery. Why? You don't know. Which it seems that's what they do. You're great. You're powerful beyond your wildest dreams. All you need is a little nudge, and I can give that to you. Work for me, Stella, and I promise I'll make it worth your while. That's all he says to her.
Okay. Raylan, you were going to do something?
I was gonna come in and ask everybody if I'll calm down. Maybe we can take Oglethorpe out for examination and burial, and we can discuss what led to his death. So I'll start dragging it with my 8 strength and seeing if anybody else wants to help.
I'll be standing right over him. I'll pick him up and carry him outside.
Right.
You guys did not hear me tell that to Stella, though.
Right.
Correct.
Tell what to
Okay.
Stella.
Yeah.
Ah.
And you said this is kind of an island, right?
Yeah, it's like
Kind of an island. Yeah.
it's like a
it's kind of like a little island.
peninsula.
Yeah, I guess we can go to close to one of the edges, or goes way out around here.
As we're walking out, Rathskeller is limping, and he pats Jide on the back. It's like, come, Jide. Much to discuss. And he's going to go on out, and he's going to stand beside Stella, and he's going to smile at her, and he's going to just kind of bow at her with respect. the utmost respect, like as a
Props.
peer. Yeah, as a peer, not as some charity case or coddle her like a child. She's earned his respect, and that's hard to do with this dude.
Okay.
Where'd he go? I don't see him go out. Oh, I couldn't get
Oglethorpe and the
around that.
Shadow went outside.
Okay. I said when I said that, so I was going
So
outside
Stella's
too.
right here.
Yeah, and her with that and nodded my head with that mad respect. Props, and he's going to come out here and then go over here by himself because he doesn't feel like he's much liked by the party. He's going to just go out. Yeah, there you go. And he's going to lean up, holding that burlap sack very, very tightly now. And you, he's just, and he's just kind of he's also starting to his teeth are starting to chatter a little bit. He's very cold.
Okay.
That's his turn.
Jide, Aklis, and Stella, you guys staying in? You coming out?
Come, Stella. We owe Oglethorpe our last respects.
Jide's coming out. We got a baby problem.
Okay.
Was that Jide making that sound?
That
Right.
was Jide pitching a fit.
Yeah. He's real upset over Oglethorpe's death. That's what it is.
We do not know why he chose not to come back. We were talking to him from the other plane, and he decided not to come back. And despite his search to regain his lost power and get vengeance, he chose to stay gone and be at peace and be at.
Stella, I
cannot
assume
fault
you would
him.
not. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he wasn't worthy to come back. Maybe the gods of the myths said he couldn't come back.
I know I did.
That may be. That may be as well. But was he deserving of death any more than the rest of us for perceived faults? We know we have to be together in this, and we can't be at each other's throats, because that just feel like we put ourselves in corners, and when we are in corners, we all strike out at each other. We have to kind of coalesce over this loss. We all mourn, I believe, and I kind of scan around the room. Whether we think him taken over, whether we think him poor old soul, either way, we need to move forward in this. Strahd has minions everywhere. We have to make sure that we are not welcoming any new ones into our party, or having anyone that might wish to do us harm.
Aklis looks sidelong at Rathskeller, and he says that.
Would
Do I see
anyone
that?
like to acknowledge his death in your own words, or ask any questions about who may have committed the murder?
At least he got to shack up with that widow at the orphanage. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Yes, he has had more sex than I have since I have been in this horrible place. I do not feel the need here. It is a, how do you say, depressing place.
Aklis will ask, did anybody examine the body thoroughly?
I mean, I can do a medicine check. I believe his throat was slashed, and Rathskeller had a bloody dagger. Medicine check.
Has anyone examined the murder weapon? Aklis will move up and do a... Are you doing medicine? Okay, never mind. Aklis will move back. Okay.
So he has very clearly had his
Yes.
and lost a tremendous amount of blood.
I would assume that this being done in the night would have taken some stealthiness. I myself was deep asleep. I could not tell.
Rathskeller was in the room unnoticed. Surely that speaks to his stealth.
Yes, I do know that he, when we had Zone of Truth before, he had said that he had not murdered him, and he passed.
No, I
And,
said I didn't see who murdered him. You said, did you
yeah.
see? I said I didn't see.
Well, there was
That's
two
all.
questions. I'm trying to
You
remember.
said you
what the other
didn't murder him too, right?
Yeah, I thought you
I
did
don't
while
think
you were
I
in
was
there.
at. You asked me if I saw who murdered him. You asked me if I murdered him. I said maybe. I think. I don't know what I said. I can't remember what I said. But I can't remember what I said, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, I thought there was two passes. One you I think failed on when you said you didn't. You failed the one that you said you didn't see who did it, and so therefore
And I
that
failed
was the
the
clue.
and I failed the other one where I said maybe. I don't know what that was for though. I only failed two.
Oh,
I said maybe to one of them, which
to
wasn't
not
lying.
to knowing who did it. I think probably.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but I don't ever remember saying I didn't kill him.
Okay.
I don't know if I did or not, but I mean, I don't remember ever getting asked that. I was playing it really, trying to play it as smart as I could, because I know Zone of Truth, and I know you can't lie, but you can, you don't have to tell everything. You can.
You can omit.
Yeah.
Well, one of those things. It's only. I mean, it depends on how familiar you are with Zone of Truth. Because if I just cast a spell and you don't know what it is, if I don't say what it is, then
Why would you think I
that.
don't know what the spell is?
I don't know.
Come
I
up
wouldn't
the
think
character,
most.
right?
What's
According
that?
to my notes, going back, he did ask if you did it, and you said no, because it was what my notes said, which my notes could be fucked up.
It was probably you. Did you do it? And you failed and said no. And did you see who did it? You said maybe.
Okay, then that's what happened then.
Okay.
So he did pass a truth spell for not having done it and maybe having seen who does it. But at this point, we also don't know that we trust his word if he did point someone out.
No, because when I said maybe, I think Jared said you didn't see who did it. So
Okay.
I remember him coming back and saying that. So I did not see who did it. I know that for a fact.
Gotcha.
But I know who did it. But Rathskeller knows who did it.
Right. Well, we do not know that we can trust this word.
You don't know that I know who did it, though.
Well, he's not pointed
We don't
anybody
know that
out
we
either.
know that we
No,
don't
I
know.
have not. I have not incriminated
Right.
anyone. But he knows who
But
did
I
it.
know that you know that I knew.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
I know that
But
you
did you
know
know
that
that?
I know
I don't know if I knew that.
that you've been
Okay.
watching me.
So that leaves the weapon.
Do you still have the dagger? May we see
Who are you talking to?
you?
So. Oh. I think I must have dropped it before I came in with the werewolf.
No, you didn't. I handed it to you, and you went straight inside.
No, I dropped it out here. I wasn't
No,
about to keep the murder weapon.
you asked for it. You wouldn't leave
I did
without
ask
it.
for it, and then I dropped it. I wasn't. How stupid do you think I am?
Well, I think you didn't drop it because it's not here. So
You might have to look for it, but
Search his bag.
I dropped it.
that
My bag.
burlap sack that's squirming about. Sorry, I don't know that I know that.
I don't see it anywhere.
I
Okay,
sense
what do you want
something
to
evil coming from this man. I know
I
not
didn't
whether
say
it's
that.
him or something else.
I think right now there's evil all around you.
Jide is going to look over to Rask, pull down his sunglasses, just look over top of him, and he is going to run an intimidation check. Since he already knows he has the bluff on him, and he's just going to dagger.
Man, we are rolling cotton balls right now.
I do not. I'm afraid you're barking up the wrong tree. I do not have this dagger. I told you I dropped it. And I was not about to enter this place with the murder weapon and be incriminated for something I didn't do.
Do I believe him with an insight check that he dropped it?
Give me
Well, I guess I
a
need to do that too
either
because I gave him the dagger.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, there's yours. So Rathskeller, in the tower, give me either a persuasion or deception, whichever one is appropriate.
All right. Hold on just a second.
In the tower, so you're not seeing which he's
Yep.
using.
Which one I did? It won't show
Not in the
the
tower,
roll.
it won't. Not if you're on the tower, I don't think it will.
Hold on just a second.
We'll just roll something else if you're worried. See if we see it.
Okay.
No, we don't see anything.
That he dropped it. And Raylan, you believe he probably does not have it, but something's not quite right. But you don't think he has it. You believe that he doesn't have it.
Can we look around and see if we see it anywhere?
Sure. There have already been several investigation checks that have failed miserably.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody needs to investigate better than me.
I can try, but I don't.
Someone could ask him where he dropped it.
I do believe I was standing right here when I dropped it and ran in.
You want to ping
Does
that
y'all
spot?
see it?
Oh yeah, let me ping it. Oh my fuck. Bang! Right
Ping.
there. Oh, I can change.
Oh,
We can make a ping our own color too somehow. I don't know how you do
How
that.
are you
What?
pinging?
How do you change the ping color? Oh, I gotta change my ping color.
Have you all not gotten in here played around with the different views and all that stuff yet?
No.
Oh.
That's cool.
Go to toggle view camera.
Go to camera, yeah.
You go up on the map and click the cameras.
That's
How do
wild.
you do your colors, man? I know I can change my ping to my own color. I want to make it green.
Green is my color.
I thought it was your dad.
Well, it used to be, but now
No,
with
it's not.
with the ping,
I thought that was
you
with
can.
the ping.
It is?
Mine's not my dice color, but I've got magic dice.
Yeah, I've got magic
Somebody's
dice.
throwing rocks in the pond.
My dice are purple. Let me find out.
Ripples.
Hey,
Pond ripples. No.
No, my dice are purple.
Bit,
I have regular dice.
Skipping stones.
All
All right, y'all rolled a 16 investigation.
You
right
do
next
not
to that
see,
square.
You do not see a dagger anywhere.
Okay. Well, this is getting nowhere. I kind of believe you, but I literally handed it to you and saw you run in and didn't see you drop it. To make of that.
You weren't looking at me. You were looking at the wolves.
Okay, you can tell me where I was looking.
Well, you could tell me that you were looking at me. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can say that you weren't.
I love that.
I hate to say it, dear Stella. We know that you had beef with Monsieur Oglethorpe. You have used a dagger in the past. Do you have your dagger with you?
No, Rathskeller had my dagger.
You are so good with the thievery. You caught me every time.
I was sleeping.
This may not also be the time, but I guess I do have a question. We were. No. You sometimes do confuse me. You protected the boy. You hid them, and we recovered him safely. You have done a great service to him and his family, and us in turn. But during that fight, I do think you waved at Strahd very happily. Tell me why you may have done this?
Strahd is my friend.
Oh, he's your friend. Okay then. How did this friendship come about?
He's always visited me.
Take a time out. What is everybody's response to that?
Yeah, I mean nobody spoke up.
Everybody's jaws
Agnes
are on
has
their.
been-
Right.
Everybody's
Judd just
jaws
puts
on
his
the
hand in
ground.
his head.
Hands in the face, Judd. He's about to rage again. Celine.
I had to step away and I missed it. Sorry.
She said Strahd. Reverend asked why she waved at Strahd when you guys were fighting the druids and the big tree creature, and she said that Strahd is her friend and that Strahd has always come. So I'm asking what everybody's response is to that. So Salim, what is Salim's response? Jad's put his hand in his head in his hands like Picard on
Like
that
he
meme.
can.
Well, Salim is still kind of all spent from his previous thing.
So much like Jeff, Salim missed it completely.
Sorry, I apologize for
That's okay.
You should.
She has got to go one way or the other.
No.
How could you be friends?
Strahd is kind to me. No one else here is.
Are you his agent?
Aklis takes that like a blow to the face.
Yeah.
No one else is kind to her.
Raylan probably hit it too.
Oh.
And she says that not with this party. This is the first time that others have taken me in. My mother didn't care. My brothers thought me an annoyance. My father died. The villagers hated all of us. God was nice.
Kill this Trump when I had the chance.
Oh, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Did he send you here to mess with us? Did he send you on a mission to us to murder us? Did you kill Oglethorpe?
He did not send me here to murder you. He did not send me here. I came with you. I followed you out of my mother's house. I have no place to go. You do not know this land. I do.
Did you kill Oglethorpe?
Y'all, real quick, y'all, you did an insight check there. You believe
Yep.
everything that she's saying right now.
Yeah,
Rathskeller's
just take a step
eyebrow
back.
goes
In
ear
a
to ear.
complete shock.
Sorry, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I took a whole step back in complete shock. I gotta go shoulder to shoulder with Salim.
The insight is for what she's saying right now.
Yeah, I will probably do an insight on whether or not
Anybody's doing insight checks, go ahead and roll.
he sent her. This is on him sending her to us too.
Aklis just believes her.
So does Rathskeller, 100%.
Okay. Jide, before I accept this movement, I need to know if you are going down here with any type of aggression, or if you are just walking down here, and I want to know if there's going to be any kind of reaction to him moving in that direction.
After the last time, yeah, I'd probably roll.
Yeah, definitely.
In front of
Yeah. If he starts going towards her.
Yep.
And Jai just kind of looks at each and one of you as he walks over here.
Okay, roll initiative.
Everybody?
Yep.
Oh, I need to add 1 to that. 12. Mine should be a 12.
fucking 5.
I just don't want to put my effects on yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you walk, and then that's where we're gonna stop.
Okay.
You're walking and you're looking.
Fair.
Shadow.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Shadow doesn't have all the history that essentially everyone else here does with her. He only met her the Druid encounter. So I mean, I don't imagine that most of this back history would mean anything to him at all, because I assume that he wasn't really present. Zlatan, all those episodes. Basically, his whole focus for the last 3 episodes has been, he's concerned because we've a dead party member. We don't have an explanation. The most likely person swears that he didn't do it, and for whatever reason, we've not pushed it any farther than that. Stella's acting very strange, but she always acts very strange. He doesn't really. He feels somewhat protective of her because he was trying to keep Jod from literally tearing her throat out. But beyond that, he doesn't really. He thinks she's kind of unhinged and chaotic. I don't know if he thinks she's evil, but definitely unhinged and chaotic. And he's pretty unhappy with the whole party, really. I mean, he joined this party kind of by sheer luck, and it's not business with. There's a lot of infighting. There's not a lot of cooperation. He's used to being in more of a, watching his brothers back, and they're watching his, trusting each other with their lives. And this party is just backstabbing and fighting, and it's just kind of, he's a little disdainful of it, quite frankly, because he's lived by a higher moral code than that.
Is this him talking, or is this John talking?
This is I'm just giving you a insight into Shadow's perception.
Gotcha.
So he's not going to interject anything. He's not going to throw the first punch. If somebody attacks Stella again, he'll probably try to stop it. He's if when tension's calm, he would still like to find out an explanation of what happened to Oglethorpe and then bury him. But he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's not the one who's most likely to win a game of Agatha Christie here. But he does live by a strong moral code, and not seeing much of that here. So he's kind of at a loss. So I guess once again he's going to hold his action, and that's where he is. I mean, I don't know what else he would do. I'm trying to imagine what else he might do.
Okay.
All right.
Holding action for aggressiveness towards Stella.
Or from Stella, for that matter. If she lashes out violently, he'll try to grapple her.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all.
All right, y'all are pretty appalled about whatever just Stella just said. He's gonna kind of lean over to Salim. What do you think of this?
I share with you what I've said from the very beginning, that she cannot be trusted. She cannot be allowed to stay with us. She sows discord in this party from day one and continues it today.
There's two main things that split us: that dinner, and Stella. He's gonna sit there and kind of ponder. He's not gonna do anything.
You're just kind of stunned by it. And
Yeah,
just,
just kind
Did
of
she
taking it
basically
all
just
in.
ignore or refuse to answer when she was asked if she killed Oglethorpe? Because I think
Well,
somebody
that's when
asked her
Jide
that.
started moving.
that's when
Yeah,
Jide
we had
moved, and that's when I had everybody roll initiative. So I
Yeah.
kind of stopped before she could move. Before she
Okay.
could answer.
So we're waiting for an answer when it comes to her turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Salim.
Salim, as Trimmer, he is, I guess he's trying to resist the going after
we did
her.
just have a talk. Yeah.
He just had this sound of so he's got an action ready. If things jump off, he will join in, but he's not.
Okay. Rathskeller.
All right, Rathskeller is going to telepathically say to Jide, Jide, I'm going to need you to stand down. Do not touch Stella. Do you understand?
You can answer. He's dealing with a baby, sounds like.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh.
here. I'm thinking how I want to respond. I was just thinking.
I'm not asking you to.
I'm going to respond to you, but Jide had absolutely no intent over here other than just put everyone up here on its toes. He just wanted to see. He's just reading the group.
Okay.
Well, he's going to say, you will stand no closer than 30 feet from Stella until I say you can do so.
That is interesting.
And he can't say anything back telepathically, can he?
You know, you cannot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Can he?
I don't know, can you? I
don't
thought I
think
could.
so.
All right, well, he's
I
going to
don't
say
think
that.
so.
He's going to say that, and if you don't move, then give me a DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay, save it is.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And you see him just look up with the biggest shit-eating grin and just look directly at you. And he stays right there. And he does nothing hostile. Just this. He's just doing that to get a read on the group. But then that right there, he's really figuring out about Mr. Rathskeller here.
Bobby. Bobby.
No,
Bobby.
Bobby's totally different kind of lisp.
Stella.
Oh, Miss Bobby.
Bobby's funny.
First, Stella's gonna look at Jide, and she's looking at his hands, and she's gonna say, "Your claws are impressive." And then she's going to look over at y'all and Salim, and She's going to say, I'd just like to point out that a strong party be divided. I am not your problem. As for the old wizard, he killed me on the battlefield in the middle of battle. You think he wouldn't do the same to you? He felt justified. There's also something that was just not right with him. If there was, the gods of the mist would have sent him back. You all should be thanking me.
And now Jai looks around at the rest of the
Held
party
action.
again.
No, hang on.
No, that's I said anything.
Anything hostile. You can't move on
Right.
held action. You have to throw trimmer at. So, Jad, you're looking around, kind of being cocky.
Yes. He just see him just grin even more and just look around at everybody like, you dumb sons of bitches. Matter of fact, he might say, you dumb sons of bitches.
And what makes you think you're so right?
Not hostile, but say, he just find this more hilarious and hilarious.
Okay,
she wants to know why Jai thinks. Why do you think that you're the one who's in the right?
Baby, I've never been in the wrong.
Love it.
Stella.
No, she's just looking at him.
Okay. Edward Jide.
Jide, just don't do a thing, don't even hold an action. He is just looking around at everybody else just with that big grin on his face, like he might even give a tisk at the rest of them. Matter of fact, he does give a tisk to the rest of them.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, tisk.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of the night, standing Jide for full episodes.
Yep. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Okay.
He is.
Jared, would you say that my held action? I said that I wanted her to do something violent, and she didn't do something violent, but she did admit to murder. So, do I have an action or no action?
No,
I
that
didn't
was
hear her
not
admit
your
to it.
trigger.
Okay.
Did she hear? Did she?
I don't know if she admitted. She said that he basically got what he deserved, more or less, right?
I
thought that.
She said you ought to be thanking me.
Yeah, she said we should be thanking her.
I took it to be an admission.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
So let's clarify right now. Is it an admission?
I'm certainly taking it as admission.
It's however you
No,
interpret it.
she's pretty much admitted it. In fact, she's going to look at Rathskeller and tell him that she wants her claw back.
Okay, Atlas.
He's gonna just pull his pockets out and shake it.
Atlas looks at Jide, looks at Celine. Jide is always looking like a threat, even when he's standing still. Salim is definitely wrestling with his hammer.
Were you saying
so he's gonna
Joe Bob?
I definitely said Jide. Salim is clearly white knuckled grip on the haft of his hammer. Aklis steps in between Salim and Stella, very deliberately. He looks at Stella, and you can see the hurt and concern in his eyes. And he says, I trusted you. I would that you had trusted me as well. I will do what I can. And then he steps towards Salim. And Salim, he this is supposed to only be 6 seconds, but he pauses in the eyes for a full moment there. And he says, I was wrong. Please, everyone, let us not be hasty. Let us not take action too quickly.
This is the second time Aklis Admit to killing him. We cannot have a murderer in the party.
I am not saying we should, Salim. I am asking for time before you take action. Delay. Hold it if you will, but delay the swing if you would for me. Give me this one thing.
Well, it is hammer time, but I will hold my action. I defer to you, Ack. You know her better than I do.
Because I want to let you keep going here.
All right. So Ackles steps back over towards Stella. And he says, "The day is parched, and all this battle has made me weary." And he pulls his water skin from his pack, and he takes a drink. And he hands it to Stella and says, "Stella, would you sit on the steps with me and share water while we talk this through?"
Yes, Daddy Dragon.
All right, so
God,
they move toward the steps.
Creepy as hell, man.
Water skin.
To drink.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she'll drink from it. She has every trust in Daddy Dragon.
Okay.
All right. As he sits there, Ackles thinks on his own past. In his past, he's had many names. He was born Pask, the Dragonborn who was nothing. He eventually grew to become Krathtal, the businessman who mingled with aristocracy. And he became Ackles. But in this moment, he recalled the Brewer, the moniker granted to him by those who feared his toxins. Rathskeller teased him for being a green dragon, but little did that fool know how he both hit the mark. Entirely. He watched Stella drink from her canteen. Ackles sits on the cool steps next to her. He saw the doubt in her eyes. He suspects Rathskeller put it there. But that won't matter anymore. Nothing matters except what comfort Ackles can provide Stella and himself. He struggled to keep the tears from welling up in his venom-green eyes. And clearing his throat, he had been a poor foster father to you, my daughter. You remind me of Versilna, whom I lost a year ago. She was taken from me, you know, stolen, and never recovered. She's why I'm here. You have a similar look about you, a similar fight in your spirit, though her battle with the world was quite different. But having veiled not one, but two, whom I love. Ackles wasn't just any green dragon. He was the brewer of Dale. The green dragon who brewed that melted flesh from bone, turning a corrupt politician into the life of a party first, then into a puddle of flesh, staining his own sheets within a few scant hours. The dragon that had destroyed a village and entering its streets. He glanced down at the water skin. The poison is clear and tasteless. Too much would dilute the color of any other beverage. But in water, no one would notice it as anything more than a slightly refreshing dragon's tears, it's called. It would work quickly and quietly. Never for that. It wasn't even really used for justice. Dragon's tears. It's used to euthanize the old with dignity. Used to spare a mother from the long, agonizing, yet inevitable death of a child. The brewer of Dale knew how to kill. Individuals, groups, people whom death called for vengeance, even innocence. And now, mercy. It was the only gift left for Ackless to give his newfound daughter. The others wanted to stab her with blades of steel or toss a rope around her neck or some other vile destruction. Her eyelids. Ackless put his arm and wing around her to rest against him as he put his own weight on the stone behind him for support. They would both need support soon. His muscles started to relax, and he knew that's how it worked. It's the feeling of putting down an emotional strain you didn't know you'd been carrying. A gradual relaxation of muscles from outward to inward. The worries of the world lifted from your shoulders, and a warm blanket wrapped around you. Eventually, even their hearts and diaphragms would relax, never even attempting to spasm back into motion. Just an easing into the long sleep. Ackless sang to her, a low, rumbling comfort to welcome the dark. The colors of his morning, the darkness of his night, little graves that gave no warning, a sun that brought no light. He saw the world breaking, that tortured soul I met in a prison of his making, the man. Rest, my darling daughter. Anyone listening now could tell that he wasn't only speaking to Stella, but also to her whom he had lost. I could not do more for you. Know that the dark is not to be feared, but a new home to enter gently. Sleep now, and let your cares fall from your mind. And know that my love for you will transcend this plane. Her eyes had been closed for some time, he realizes. Easing his head back, now heavy on his shoulders, Ackless closes his eyes. He has worn many names, and always changed them the way other men change hats or cloaks. Task, Brewer, Crafthall, Ackless. But the one that brought him the most happiness and the most pain was Father.
Holy shit.
I love that.
Fucking
Good.
awesome.
Oh my
Stella.
god.
Well
Goosebumps the
done.
whole time.
Stella,
Amazing.
you passed
Oh my
your
god.
Stella, you passed your Constitution saving throw. However, you still took damage sufficient to cause your eyes to close,
Oh
your
my
breathing to
god.
stop,
No!
and you drift off into the darkness, listening to Atlas sing. And Atlas, as you finish your song, you failed your saving throw.
Oh,
You took 41 points of damage, which is more than enough. As you sing the last note, your throat catches, your eyes close, and you feel Stella completely still and silent beside you. And then you know no more.
oh God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Just
That's
wow.
amazing. Unfucking believable.
I mean, I'm gonna undo it all because I can bring you back to life.
And we'll do it all.
And that's what he would do, unfortunately. I mean,
I am.
Maybe.
Right here.
What'd you say?
Stella, Jennifer, did James tell you he was going to do that?
No.
Okay.
If he had, I wouldn't have watched Romeo and Juliet before this because now everybody's
Wow. Bravo,
Should've
James.
and just went full bore into it.
Guys, I tell you what, that's a bottle cap for every freaking one of you tonight.
That was amazing.
That was absolutely amazing. James
I think
sent
I
me-
deserve it because nobody holds an action like I do. I mean,
you've already got two. So,
Oh man,
see,
that's great.
I mean, I held them emphatically with a stoicism seldom seen outside of Barovia.
Oh, that's hilarious. You're
You know, I had
Guys,
felt this tension and I
I know.
didn't know what it was, but it was John holding that action.
Yeah. People would see me at work. They think I wasn't working. I said, no, I'm holding an action. I'm practicing. This is important.
it's method.
James actually sent me a message
Man, that was powerful.
earlier in the week, and it comes to light that Stella killed Oglethorpe. I'm going to poison her, and then I'm going to poison myself. Yeah, I said that's the most amazing fucking thing I've ever heard. And
Yeah.
we did it. All right, he did
Wow.
it. I mean, he wrote all this is all
Wow.
him. I never told Jennifer because I wasn't sure if he had. I just wanted it to be a surprise, and that was just amazing.
It was amazing. I want to know if the Reverend's going to fuck it up. That's what I want to know.
Well, it's one of those things. Like, I of course rolled the worst initiative out of the group, so I went last, and everybody went before me. I was gonna be like, okay, yeah, look, she might have had a reason, like she was murdered by this guy, and he tortured her a little bit, and all those kind of things. And no, oh
But
man,
what I was not sure
Wow.
if it would come to light or not.
Wow.
I didn't know. I mean, I knew it would sooner or later, but I had no idea it was going to come tonight. And then when she said you all admitted it,
Yep.
I was like, well, got to do it now. This is the time.
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
man.
I could probably just do my divine, thing and give 15 hit points to both of them and bring them back. Like,
Well,
knock it off.
And that's you figured it out. But that's anyway. So that's how that all came to be.
man, what
And
dark
I just
secrets
thought
are
it
they
was-
going to bring back?
I thought it was an amazing.
It was the performance, the writing, everything, man. It was just.
It was great.
I mean, I was sitting there on the edge of my seat with my hand over my mouth because I was gonna gasp every 5 seconds. Oh, shit, just trying to keep myself from saying it. Man, that was just you fucked everything up for Rathskeller, though. God damn you.
That's exactly what Rathskeller
Bonus.
deserves. Oh, cap.
that was just.
Well, Rathskeller's gonna go
fantastic.
over to his dead body. His lips. And look at his teeth again.
Oh shit! I might be able to bring Stella back and let Atlas come back with the dark gift. If he's going to come back, he just murdered somebody too. It's just as bad.
He's gonna say, "Boy, I sure misjudged you. You would have been perfect after that display."
Well, actually, Atlas probably would have died faster than Stella too, because he had the vulnerable or the poison, because that's where I had my dark gift.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
well done, everybody. I know this has been the craziest several episodes of Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's just been phenomenal, and it's all. I think this is worthy of actual people actually tuning in and listening. So I wish we had a few more. Thank you to all of you for just leaning into it big time. The role play from everybody's fantastic. John sent me a text in the middle of this tonight. Man, we've come a long way since Abyss, and he could not be more correct. I mean, it's just you guys enough. So you guys think about how you will react to all this. If I assume Raylan will attempt to bring them back. Maybe he will.
Well,
Maybe he won't.
grapple me and hold me, yeah.
Maybe somebody will try to stop him. I don't know. And then
Yeah.
Stella and Atlas will probably have some decisions to make.
Flame, if you don't let me, you will be lost.
Well, I don't know what I mean. Just metagaming. I don't know what the Atlas killing himself is if he intends to come back. I mean, that just doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
he wouldn't come back. I don't think he would come back. But that's for him to decide. But
Stella might. It's not up to me. Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Stella may not have a choice because she is a native of Barovia.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that.
God. After Atlas said at the Salim, I was getting ready to go there. Go, oh yeah, listen. Really glad I didn't.
If he hadn't said anything, just stay there. I'm taking care of it. Then he was getting ready to walk up and deliver a smite to her. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would that may be the thing that Raylan has to resolve is, do I bring them back after everything this party has just been through and that she's put them through, and that he has sacrificed himself for the good of the party partially, and just because he couldn't live with himself anymore for feeling like a failure for what he allowed Stella to do. So I do think Raylan jump in and try to save both.
I just don't know if it would go against my cleric of life to not try to bring people back from life.
And it may, and that's yeah, it's you're probably right, but I think it is. There is some potential conflict there. Maybe I don't know.
We have a week to figure out
you guys got a week
how to talk him out of it, I guess.
Well, you know how our planning goes.
Yeah, I've given up on that.
Sometimes it goes to shit.
And
Rathskeller wants her back, and now Rathskeller wants Atlas back. That was impressive to him. He's got a change of tune on Atlas at this point.
And for anybody that thinks I've treated if you think I've treated Jennifer and Stella unfairly, I mean it was never an intent that Stella would play the entire time, though she has been amazing.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Got some other NPCs that she might have that she's going to have an opportunity to play, and then if she feels like Stella's story is not done, then maybe we can discuss that. But I can't think of a better.
It seems to me it's done, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I don't want to derail anything either with mine. So it's like one of those things. If you have I'm up for argument. If you want to send me things like reasons why I maybe not, or those kind of things, I'll take things into consideration. Of course, I don't want to fuck up everybody's role play and stuff.
I've derailed enough with the logic, so.
Well, actually, got me into. And it created a lot of this. Go ahead.
Oh no, go on.
No, you ahead. I'm done.
I was just gonna say, I've always known that Stella was a temporary character. I love her and I'm quite fond of her, but I also know that she's not permanent.
What's the about Stella in the book as written? She is basically character, and so Jen has done this, has created her, and all on her own. Everything about her was Jennifer's creation. So it's just amazing and fantastic.
Was the cat thing in the module at all, or?
Unhinged, and she had a tendency to act like to purr like a cat, but it was minimal.
Well, I just want to thank James for completely
That was
upstaging
amazing.
me tonight.
Upstage everybody tonight, I think.
Salim
You're
had his
supposed to
James
big
is
too,
not.
man.
Salim had his
James
big deal, where he finally reached the point where he had decided that his slide towards evil had to stop, and he was willing to take another deity to make it happen. But no, that was
And I don't
beautiful,
want to
James.
take anything from that.
No, you
Thank you.
didn't. I'm
James.
just
I don't want to
teasing.
take anything from
But
that.
that was absolutely beautiful. That'll
That
go
was
down
amazing.
in the annals of history as
Anals.
Gone down in the anal.
go down in the,
That's
the
the name
annal,
of it. That's the title for you there, CJ.
annals of history.
Down in the anal.
Oh, absolutely beautiful,
Amazing.
James.
It was amazing. I was freaking out the whole time, man. I just couldn't.
I heard you at one point. You went, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god! I just couldn't keep it in. I couldn't keep it in, man. I had to put my mic up because I was fucking losing my mind. It was so awesome.
I struggled for a couple of days. What the hell would Atlas do?
It was beautiful.
Well, I've been thinking that too. How do we go from here? John, we've all had these conversations about where do we go from here, and Atlas figured it out. Awesome, Atlas.
I think that's just one of the things about this game, just in general, is that you can beat yourself up and tear things apart trying to figure out what's the best thing, what's the best approach, what makes sense. And I really think a lot of times you just gotta just let things happen. Just
Yeah.
let it all play out and see what, because we got 8 people here that are crazy talented and creative and coming up with good stuff, and just run with it.
Yeah.
Just
Don't worry about gray area, all
yeah.
that shit.
I'll,
Gray's
I'll
good.
keep you guys I'll keep you guys between the guardrails as much as possible, but just fucking play.
Yeah.
Don't fret about it. Just
17th then, St. Patrick's Day. Is anybody going to have an issue with St. Patty's Day?
I have no issue with it.
All right.
No, it's fine.
perfect during
Perfect.
that whole thing.
It was
That
perfect.
heartbeat
It had
time.
the
sound.
heartbeat. Yeah, the heartbeat. I
It
was going to say the same
just that was just happy circumstance.
thing.
Jared?
Who was on
Man.
music? Oh,
Bottle
CJ?
cap.
Yeah. Woohoo! Bottle cap for me.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't know about this.
Bottle
Oh
cap.
man, if Ralph, he would be on your ass like stink on shit, trying to get you to come over. That's his kind of shit right there.
Shit, where are we going to
Very
find
On your
somebody
reach
to
now.
poison Rathskeller now?
He was very, very, very impressed. Damn.
That poison is brutal too. It's kind of a mashup of James's creation, but there's another poison that is, we took the mechanics for it. Basically, if you fail, it's 10d6 damage or whatever or something, and then if you pass, then it's half, and then the 60 or 66 damage. And then if you pass, you take it off. You fail. If you pass, you get half. But yeah, it poisons you for 3 rounds. So I knew that both of them
Brutal.
were low enough on hit points that even if they saved all 3 rounds, they. I rolled on Jennifer's poison damage 66631.
Wow.
Atlas's was 635432456.
You know what? Fuck
41
Glass
points.
Cannon. They never did anything like this.
No,
Well, they did they did the God, what's his name? Nestor. But that was
Nestor
it. This is
Corns.
awesome. Nestor was the only thing that was close to this. But this is amazing. This was amazing.
So the only thing I can tell you is, guys, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this mod left. So we got a lot.
Well, have you covered like 2% of it, maybe?
We've set a high bar.
Yeah.
So
we'll get rolling
bring it.
again.
You
I
don't
mean,
realize how
awesome.
how different our party is now than it was just a couple
Yeah.
episodes ago. I mean,
we
it's
don't
like
know how different it's going to be yet.
makeup.
Yeah.
Aklis was the Mary Lou Retton of this campaign.
You guys still don't know what
bringing out the gold.
Rathskeller is or who he is yet. You
Am I
haven't
the only
even
one that knows about the bag?
scratched the
Yes.
surface.
Yeah. So we've got the Shadow is new. Rathskeller's new. Stella's going to be new. Aklis is going to be new.
A lot of change.
Yep.
What are we going to do with it?
All right, guys. Well done.
They've got those coin machines in those, and it counts it for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what we do with the change.
Coinstar.
That's right.
I know a guy who lived off of owning some Coinstars. That was his like whole.
Wow.
Wow. That's impressive.
What, you only
He
leave
didn't
like
live that large,
2%?
just so you know.
Was it like
He didn't live
2%
that
or
large.
4%?
No,
What
it's
you give
a
up?
lot. When I was in college, it was like a 10.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hefty.
Yeah, Coinstars are ridiculous.
It's a little scam they got.
Yep.